bug. He doesn't like to be held, even though he's a rag doll. Yeah? You gonna say hi? Nope. All right, you gonna get down? There we go. Or not. Now you're gonna mess with the camera. Because that's what pets do, right? All right, let's try this again. Hi, Stitchy friends. My name is Tracy. I am OG Stitchery here on YouTube and on Instagram. And this is Flosstube number 32. It's March the 9th, Wednesday of the year 2022. And it is really late in the day for me. It is, I think, after 5 o'clock. So I'm going to hopefully get this done quickly and get it edited and uploaded. So it has been snowing all day long. So it's been gray and cold and hasn't been a happy day. It's kind of been weighing on me. So anyway, all right. So thank you so much for clicking play. I appreciate it. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much. And if you're new here, don't expect this to be the norm. Normally I am much more upbeat, but I've just been off these couple of days. It started, I think, on Monday and maybe even Sunday, just kind of blah. So anyway, I apologize for that, and I will try. I know I will be better next week. That's all I can say. Anyway, I have no acquisitions, no haul, no anything like that. I haven't gone anywhere really. So I'll get into whips. I started out the week doing the March Madness hosted by the Steel City Stitchers. I have fallen off of that wagon. I am no longer really participating in it. I lost my, I didn't lose my stitchy bug. I'm still stitching every day and I'm enjoying it. But I kind of got away from the stitchy challenges. I think maybe because I overdid it a little. But I don't know. Anyway, so anyway, I started out the week with working on the March Stitchy Madness, Stitchy March Madness, whatever the hashtag is. And I started out with a new start called Boo Bash. And this is by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And here it is. And I did this on 18 count Jody fabric. And here's my start. It's kind of washed out. It's on, this fabric is purple, so, but it's definitely hard to see. So there's that. Then I worked on a WhipGo project for the month of March, and that was Blood Moon. This is a free chart by the Witchy Stitcher, and here's the chart. That's what it's going to look like. I think I have a picture of what it looked like. You know what? I'm not going to do that. I don't feel like editing too much, so you get what you get. So here's my progress. This is on 14 count Aida that I hand dyed. And my goal was to work on this for 3 days. and I got it done. So there's that. Then the next one was a stitchy challenge that I am working on, not necessarily with Athena, but it's the Black Needle Society challenge cards. They gave out a deck of cards in one of their subscription boxes. It was the resolution stitching box. Excuse me. I've talked about it before. I do it every week. I did not have a deck of cards myself, so what I did was, because I wanted to participate, thought it was really fun, I am using the cards or the challenge that Athena of Stitching Goddess Designs draws each week. And this week's challenge was, or last week's challenge actually, was to, what was it? I don't remember. Hang on. Oh, right. Stitch on a piece whose designer is no longer living. So I picked out I have a Blackbird Designs Souvenirs of Summer booklet, and this is the one I picked out. It's America. I made a working copy, and it called for doing it in one color. I decided to change it up and do blue and white, or blue and red. And this is my start. I did not post this on Instagram simply because I didn't want to count. Athena's goal is to do 500 stitches per challenge, and I'm pretty sure there's 500 stitches on here, but I didn't want to count, and I still don't. But that's the reason why I didn't post a picture. I told you I was depressed, didn't I? Maybe I didn't. Anyway. So that is my start. And I'm stitching this on 18 count oatmeal fabric. I'm calling it oatmeal. It was just it was a piece of fabric that was at my LNS at the World in Stitches. Didn't have a tag on it, but it was in the 18 count bin. So I just picked it up, and I think it's oatmeal, but I'm not sure. But I'm calling it that. So that was my challenge for last week. This week is stitch on a piece with a mirrored motif. And I just started that project today, which you will see next week. Then the next one was Square Dance #1 by Halloween Square Dance #1 by Heart and Hand, and I am stitching Boo. And I believe this was for, this was for the March Madness, but I'm not going to continue with it. Anyway, I stitched on it a little bit, and there's my progress. And I am stitching this on 18 count, I think it's Pumpkin King by Atomic Fabrics, but I'm not sure. So there's my progress on that. Then the next one in the, I don't want to say series, the next one on the challenge of the Still City Stitchers March Stitchy Madness bracket challenge thing was a new start, and I picked March 9 patch by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And I'm stitching this on 18 count fabric that Jody from Still City Stitchers printed and sent to me as a kind of like a sample. And there's my start. There we go. So that one's really cute. It won't take me that long to finish either. It's really small, so get to it. And there's that one. Then the next one is Let's Party, and it's by Lee Fisher of Stitchy Fish Designs. This is found in the Just Cross Stitch magazine Halloween edition 2021. And it looks like that. I'm stitching this on 18 count white Aida that I hand dyed. And there's my progress. But I'm abandoning this. I only usually stitch on 18 count, but this particular pattern calls for, it has a lot of quarter stitches and it's not the back stitching that's the problem, it's the quarter stitches. Yeah, and there's a significant amount of quarter stitches. And if anyone has done quarter stitches on 18 count Aida, in any count, you know it's really difficult to pierce the center of a square. It's a little bit easier on 14 count. Well, it's a lot easier on 14 count. And somewhat easy on 16 count, but 18 count is really difficult, especially if you have a lot of them in one area. So what I'm going to do, I really like this chart. I think it's cute. So what I'm going to do is switch this over to a 28 count. So it's going to be big, but yeah. Anyway, this was a Whipco goal. So what I did was I switched, it's my board, my rules. I switched the pattern. And I switched it to Halloween Square Dance number 2. And I am doing Creepy. And this is by Heart and Hand. I'm doing this on Pumpkin King. 18 count Pumpkin King by Atomic Fabrics. And there's my start, or progress, actually. I did start this last year in October, and my goal is to do 3 days. And more than likely I'll have it done in those 3 days, but I did work on it. Actually, I worked on it yesterday and today. So I'll probably finish it tomorrow. But anyway, and then the last whip that I had this week, wow, was a chart by, it says La Comtesse and Le Point de Croix, which is, Le Point de Croix is cross stitch in French. But anyway, it was a free chart. I got it in a Facebook group. And here we go. I'm doing this on 14 count Aida that I hand dyed. And this was a March Madness goal challenge. But I did get some work on it, get some work done on it. I did some of the spires of the castle. And so there we go. That's my progress. And I will put it away for now. And there we go. All right, so that brings me to finishes. I had a finish in the March Madness bracket. I was supposed to work on it for one day, put a little bit of stitches on it, and then move it on to the next round if it won. But I finished it. And here's my finish. So this is Cauldron Bubble by G French. Again, this was a free chart through a Facebook group. The Facebook group was named 21 Halloween Projects in 2021. Now it is, I think, just Halloween Projects or something like that. If you want the information, just email me or message me. I'll give it to you. Anyway, there's my finish for that. And I stitched this on 18 count Pumpkin King by Atomic Ranch Fabrics. And there's my cute little finish. And then if you have been watching me, you'll know that I have a few states that I finished. So by states, I mean I am working on a chart called America Land That We Love by Jean Farish. And I am doing, there's 50 states. You guys have seen the chart. I forgot to bring it over here. Anyway, I'm doing the states individually. So I have a few finishes. So here's New Jersey. And Iowa. Come on. I don't know why they're not focusing. This is Kansas. No, yes, Kansas. Next one is Mississippi. And the last one is Montana. And those are my finishes. So that goes over there. And as far as plans, I'm going to not work on March Madness anymore. I'm not going to worry about it. Just not feeling it. Also, I spoke of another challenge last week in the Facebook group Semi-Sane Stitchers. It was the DMC Bingo. I have abandoned that as well. So I'm not going to do that anymore. I am going to still work towards working on my focus piece, which is Visit Hoth. I haven't been able to work on it yet. Yeah. And then I'm going to continue with the states. Like as you know, I would really like to get those done before, actually I'd like to get all of them done before June, and then take the month of June to finish them, fully finish them, so that I can decorate my tree for July for an Americana tree. Then Athena just posted her new Flosstube today, and she forgot to pull a card, but she did post a Instagram story where she pulled the card. And so next week's challenge is stitch on something with dessert. And I'm sure I have some Halloween project that has candy on it. And if I don't, I have a magazine of Halloween projects that has something with candy on it, I'm sure. So I will start a new project next week. Anyway, I'll figure something out. This week is Stitch on Something with Mirrored Motifs, which I told you I was working on. You'll see that next week. And then to continue with WIPGO, I finished one WIPGO goal, and I have one more day on the second WIPGO goal. And then I have 5 days each on the next 2 projects. So just going to continue with that. And so with that, I am done. Thank you for sticking with me. I am sorry if you feel that this was a little down. Anyway, hopefully I'll be better next week. But I did want to film this. I put it off all day long, and then I finally kicked myself and said, just get it done. You'll feel better about having it done instead of waiting until tomorrow, because you never know if tomorrow is going to be better. So just go ahead and do it. So I went ahead and did it. Thank you so much for being my friend, and for reaching out, and for saying hello, and for commenting, subscribing, and liking. It really means a lot to me. And so, all right, I'll see you soon.